Alright folks, welcome to this episode. In today's video, I start off here where I left the last video, and it's on the old rail line between Montrose and, where's that going? Arbroath direction. I have been to this old track on a previous time, but I was just thinking I could go for a walk. There's a path follows the edge of the river, and I thought that could be quite a cool little explore. So here we go. Look how many clovers there are here, it's incredible. The bees love the clover. That's one of the few remaining parts of this old rail bridge here. Pretty cool. At this time of year, this is a pure jungle. But it's still cool to come for a walk about. There's this path leading around here. I've only ever walked a tiny bit around it. But I was thinking this is the perfect opportunity to come for a longer walk. Look, there's big blocks just like in the edge there. They must have at one time been part of the bridge. So crazy. Big blocks at the side. So there used to be a picnic spot over there at the other side. I'm not sure if it's even still like there. I don't think it's accessible by that bridge. Look at this. I'm not sure if this is even going to be passable because it's so overgrown. But this is what it's all about. This is an evening explorer day. This is the day after the last episode when I was at the coast. Look at this growing in the field here. It's got a white flower. It's pretty crazy, like. This is so overgrown here. Don't know when the last person was to come here. Look at the way that's growing around that other thing there. It's twisted round and round. It's growing round it like a corkscrew. I'm just trying to go along this clearer bit here and I'll judge the situation. Look at this, it's just so overgrown. This might not actually be a thing. That's so annoying, folks. Again, this path's hardly passable. It's just so overgrown. It's quite mild once again. Humid summer conditions. That's how all this is growing so well. Look at it from here. It's an absolute jungle. At least I tried though, folks. Total missions. I'm going to continue this mission. So for the first time ever, folks, on a BKR adventure in my whole life, there was just a little tick on my sleeve there. And again, I know there's ticks around, but I'm always vigilant. That's the first time I've actually known to have seen one, for sure, and I disposed of it correctly. Again, it was just on my jacket sleeve. But once I saw it, I just fully checked myself. Again, that's the risk of walking through like long grass like what I was just about to do. That's one of the reasons that I turned around. You always have to be aware, because if they get onto you and bite you, they'll be sitting there drinking your blood. And you can actually catch all sorts of stuff by them. Look at this old bridge. So cool. This is sometimes what missions is like, folks. I'm sure maybe the last time I tried to go along that path, it was like in the winter or something, and I couldn't get along. And now there you go, it's the summer, and I couldn't get along too. We'll move on to something else in this video. Right folks, since the start of this video was quite short, I've come here. I've stopped here at the roadside at the Shielhill Bridge. Look how high it is, it's incredible. The river's so low. I've never been here for a long time, so I thought I'll stop by here. It'd be quite a cool place to visit. We'll go down and take a look at the old bridge down here, which was built in 1700s. I can't mind the exact date. I think it's 1777 it was built, but we'll find out. So let's get into it, folks. So this is Canardy Estate this old bridge is on. So cool at this time of year when all the ivy and stuff's growing all over it. Look at this. So crazy how nature takes over places like this. The ivy just grows over the pillars. There's the Honda chilling up there on the bridge. Wow, the river's so low, it's incredible. I've never seen it this low for a long time. Quite often when the rivers are high I come to visit places like this, but when the rivers is low it's amazing to see it as well. There's so much rocky ground under the water there. Quite often the river's like right up to the edge here. Anyway, look at this interesting historical piece here. It's an ancient sundial. Which is saying, what is that saying? I don't actually have a clock on with me now to ken what time it is. But it's hard to read the sundial because of the wear on the rocks. Look at this, here's the date when the bridge was built. It's hard to read it because the barrier thing goes right over the top of it. 1770. I was thinking 1777, so that shows you I wasn't far off. We'll take a walk under this other big bridge. It's quite cool. The different era the bridges were built. This one's tiny for the 1700s, and then that one in the 1960s it was built. So much bigger for modern traffic. So at the start of this video, when I was at the other riverside location, I was hoping the path was going to look like this. It's now actually too overgrown, but the state that path was in, that's how there was ticks in it. I couldn't go down the path without having to go through the long grass. This waterfall over here is so loud, but there's no actually a lot of water coming over it. Look at this, it's so cool. A lot of graffiti down here. Hear the echo. Oi! Real deal echo in here, even when I'm speaking I can hear it. This is crazy. We'll go down here and have a look. Getting back up there is a proper mission, folks. I might have to try and go up a different bit. So look, this is actually, don't know what this has been built for, look. I think this platform here might have been something when they were actually building the bridge. Maybe where their scaffolding or something was mounted for them in. Look at that. Because it may just be put here to stop the river eroding under there, but also don't know what all these bits is for on it. I don't think that's like rebar. I've never seen tubular metal being used for rebar, because I think that would weaken it. But maybe it has been where they've had scaffolding mounted from the Baltics. Look up there. Such a high bridge. There's a tiny strip of light getting reflected off the water. I've never seen the river this low. This is cool. Because we're once again next to a river, so this is prime tick territory. So we'll just play it safe. It's cool how the water just is shallow and then it drops off deep. Let's go for a closer look. Look at that, that's a cool bit right here. Oh, you can see right to the bottom today. It would be so cool to come floating down there on a day like this on like a dinghy or a tyre tube or something like that. The water's so calm. See at the other side, when it's high waters and stormy weather, the side river comes right up to the edge there. Look at it today, it's just a wee trickle. Oh, there's a big clump of midges there flying about. Look at this. It's a truly majestic scene here, folks. This is crazy, like. It's cool coming out exploring places like this. Everywhere is different every time you visit it. I've literally never been down here when the river's been this low. You could probably go quite far upstream, like. This is all private fishing ground here, owned by Canardy Estate. So I've got a couple of cool episodes coming in the next few days, folks, because between the start of this video, when I was at that other bridge, and then coming here, there's been a lot of days in between then and now, and I've actually already recorded 2 cool episodes, and one of them does feature a snake. That's all I'm going to say, folks. There's a snake, and it is in the wild. Look at this. There's kind of bits at the side where it's been worn. Probably with the current swirling all the time under the water, it's just worn away at bits like that. That's so cool. Look at this scene up the river, it's just heaven. The old bridge has so much character there with the ivy and everything growing over it. Probably like pretty soon that bridge will just fall down because the ivy will be going between the bricks and just breaking them apart. And also the strong like water pushes against it when the river's is high. Like when this river's high, it's crazy how deep it actually gets. It would be like way up to like that tree line up there. Probably even higher. The river here rises like 20 foot or something. It's cool to see all these different colours in summer. All the different blues and yellows. It's crazy the variation of different things you get. Look at this. Amazing. This is probably the deepest bit here because it's like so narrow. The whole flow of the river's going through this one point. But it's still too wide there to jump over. It's crazy how flat and level these rocks here are. There's actually a wee ruined house at the top of there, which features on a video on the BKR platform. I'm sure I'll be back to that in the future for an explore, folks. So much action-packed adventure is always to be had. Look at this, I can actually see the wee house up, it's in the trees there. There's no much left of it, but it is quite an old one, because it's got the wee like salt box next to the fireplace. I'm going to be easier going up this way. We've tried to climb back up that sandbank there, it's just a mission. For a small waterfall, that is loud, but I think it's the way it comes down into all the different little rock pools and stuff. It drops down like 10 times. Just look at this, somebody's been fixing the steps into position with some sticks. Definitely a nice spot down here though. I hardly come down here in the summer, and it's actually really nice down here in the summer. Look, here's a path leading up this way. It's probably a fisherman's path. I had no idea this was even here. I don't know what this is. Must be some gamekeeper type of thing. Look at all this weird grassy stuff that's growing here at the side. Strange, it's all over here. I don't know if it's some type of fern or if it's actually some type of grass or what, but it's pretty cool looking stuff. I've turned around on this path now because it just seems to keep on going and going. So that's one for the future. Look at these seed heads. See those things there? They catch on your trousers. Sometimes you don't notice and you end up with loads of them stuck on you. But those seeds are designed to be like that, so animals pick them up on their coat and then disperse them along the valley. And that's how these seeds can actually travel. We're under the bridge again one more time. Well, we'll go for it. Right. Echoes so much. Oh, look, the actual cement there, I can't mind seeing that the last time. The cement's actually cracking off it. I don't know how many years it is before they start doing like restoration work on a bridge like that. So this must be where the old main road went, at the other side of this bridge. I've never actually looked at this, so let's hear a skek. This is where the old cars would have been coming over. Pre-1960s, late 60s the other bridge was open. Just imagine the old cars coming in here. I bet they had to sit and wait at either side for people to come over. Oh, it's still actual tarmac under here. I think I'll be able to get right back to my car quite easily. This is cool. I've never come round this way. Oh no, look at this. When they've done some road works here, they must have just blocked this off. My car's just literally like right there too. Should I risk it? I'm just on edge after that tick incident, folks. I think I can go for it though. Real missions once again here on the channel, folks. You know it. I go to these places so you don't have to. There's absolute, like, funny as anything beasties fleeing about here. Here we go, we're making it. We've made it. Oh, that was crazy. Look at that, it's like those little bits of that plant stuck on me. There we go, folks. I just climbed up through that wilderness. That bit probably wasn't as bad as some other parts, so anyway, I'll end this video here. Thanks very much for watching. We'll see you in the next one very soon.